Godzilla vs. Kong was directed by Adam Wingard and is the movie in which Godzilla and King Kong fight each other. Hence the title, Godzilla vs. Kong. I mean, the title of the movie basically says it all. So I'm sorry that this video is kind of late. I was meaning to have this video up Wednesday. I'm currently filming this Saturday. I meant to have it up Wednesday, but this week ended up becoming pretty busy for me and I didn't really have time to do this video, so I just said fine, I'll do it during the weekend like I normally do. I normally film my videos during the weekends because that's most of my free time. But I did see the movie. In fact, most everyone has seen this movie by now. People have given their opinions online about it, and I'm excited to give my opinion about it. So did I like this movie? And without beating around the bush, I'm just going to get right into it. Yes, I like this movie a lot. It is a lot of fun. Way better than I thought it was going to be, and much better than Godzilla King of the Monsters. If you saw my combo review for that, you know I really didn't like Godzilla King of the Monsters. I was hoping this movie would be better, and it is. It is such a fun movie. In fact, fun is the biggest compliment I can give this movie, because it's Godzilla and King Kong, two of the biggest monsters in cinema history, fighting each other. I mean, how could this movie not be fun? Now, it is noteworthy, in case there's some people out there that don't know, that this is not the first Godzilla and King Kong movie that we got. In 1963, we did get King Kong vs. Godzilla. Now, I haven't seen all of this movie, but I've seen portions of it, and this definitely seems like it's a entertaining movie, like a so bad it's entertaining movie. But even on that level, a Godzilla and King Kong movie, it would be fun and entertaining, and like I said, the parts I have seen of this does look like it's pretty fun and entertaining. So yeah, fun and entertaining is the biggest compliment I can give this new version. And unlike the previous installment, Godzilla King of the Monsters, this movie understands what it wants to be. This is a very self-aware movie. Adam Wingard did the smart choice and understood and went in the direction of, we don't want to take this seriously. The people want to see Godzilla and King Kong fight. Let's give them a lot of that. Let's not be over pretentious and try to do way too much in once and come off boring with a lot of boring human characters, which is what King of the Monsters did. Thankfully, this movie didn't do any of that for the most part. My main criticism with the movie, and it is a pretty legitimate criticism, is that without spoiling anything, there's a subplot with one of the characters from Godzilla King of the Monsters. It was the little girl from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Well, not little girl, but it was the young girl from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Her character goes on kind of a side adventure with the kid who was in Deadpool 2, and this other guy who's kind of like a conspiracy theorist, like he has a podcast and stuff like that, spews conspiracy theories and all that stuff. These three go on an adventure to try to understand why Godzilla is so pissed off in this movie, because the movie starts out with Godzilla just killing a bunch of random people, and a lot of people questioned why. And it's this subplot that's trying to figure out why Godzilla is just killing random people, why he's so angry. And this subplot, for me at least, I don't know if other people were like this, but this subplot for me really screeched this movie to a halt every time it was on screen. I get what they're doing and I get its placement in the movie, it just didn't fully work for me, because the stuff with the characters with King Kong and then eventually Godzilla showing up, that stuff was a lot of fun. But this subplot, it just felt like we were detouring. It's like the main stuff with Godzilla and King Kong is like it's going in a straight line, and then we get to that subplot and then it just kind of zigzags a little bit. Like we go through quite a bit of detouring with that subplot, and it didn't really fully work for me. And there's also a lot of humor thrown into this subplot, which some of it landed, some of it really didn't land, and some of it was very questionable. In fact, I was talking to my friend who I saw this with, I was like, that subplot really felt like it was leftover turd scrapings from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and he kind of agreed with me on that. But like I said earlier, the stuff with the human characters that are taking King Kong to this new area, I'm not going to give too much away, because if you don't know, if you haven't seen the movie, they're taking King Kong to a certain area where he'll be safe. That stuff I really liked, and when Godzilla eventually showed up, my god was it fun. The CGI was incredible, the fight scenes were very entertaining, and a lot of it was in-camera like lighting. Not actual in-camera, but it was very well lit, is what I'm trying to say. It wasn't like King of the Monsters where a lot of the fighting actually was in the dark and you couldn't make out what was going on. You can actually see Godzilla beating the shit out of Kong and vice versa, so that stuff was entertaining. It's just the subplot that really screeched this movie for me. And without spoiling anything, I'm going to try my best to describe the ending of the movie without actually spoiling it. The probably all I can really say without actually giving it away was that I kind of predicted it. I kind of knew what would happen at the end of the movie, and it did happen, and it kind of felt I just can't like explain it without actually spoiling it. And I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to put a spoiler warning in this video. All I'll say about the ending is I kind of knew what would happen before I saw the movie, and it did happen, but it did happen a little bit differently than what I thought. It sounds it sounds messy, but that's as best I can put it. I can put it without spoiling it. I predicted what would happen, and it did happen, just a little bit differently than what I thought would happen. So in the end, guys, I had a lot of fun with Godzilla vs. Kong. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I'm glad that it was self-aware. It felt like it was one of those 90s, early 2000s disposable action movies, but done a little bit better than you thought it would be. I'm glad it was like that. I'm glad it wasn't pretentious. It wasn't trying to have hidden meanings on why Godzilla really doesn't like King Kong, or none of the characters are really boring in the movie. Like, they're serviceable. The characters are serviceable. They're there to just get the movie going so we can get to the cool action stuff. And it was done well. Again, it was done a lot better than Godzilla King of the Monsters. And yeah, not really much more I can say without getting into spoilers, and I don't want to get into spoilers for this movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I do recommend people seeing it if you haven't seen the movie yet. It is streaming on HBO Max, and it is in theaters, and it's doing really well in theaters. So if you have a theater near you that's open, go support it in the theater, because it's definitely a movie you want to see on the big screen. Godzilla vs. Kong is a definite Blu-ray purchase. I was happy with like 90% of what I got in the movie. And again, I'm glad it didn't do anything more or less than what it needed to be. Very self-aware, very entertaining movie. Definitely go check it out if you haven't. So guys, those are my thoughts on Godzilla vs. Kong. Let me know, as always, what you guys thought of the movie down in the comment section. And a viewer did ask me if I could rank all 4 movies in the MonsterVerse: Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, King of the Monsters, Godzilla vs. Kong. And yeah, that does sound like a video that I would want to do, so look forward to that video very soon. And let me know your thoughts and opinions on the other MonsterVerses down in the comment section. I'm always interested to hear your guys' opinions as well. And just like always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I got a lot more videos planned very soon, so look forward to all that coming. And don't forget to like and share this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe right here if you haven't already. And I will see you all next time.